Hi, Noel. Let me know if you can hear me okay. How is this? Hold on. Just a second, I'm trying to say something. Hello. I was not planning to go live today at all. This is much better. Yeah, okay. Good, good. I was not planning on it, but in the middle of the day I started planning it, so I planned it and now we're here. I was planning on actually oh yeah, this is I'm using 0.8 millimeter for this one because the hole on the beads is a little wider, so 8 looks better and works better. This is a commission, by the way. I do not think that the commissioner will be here. Well, there goes my wire. Since I am sending their rosary in October, but yeah, I was meaning to sketch the rest of the next part of the comic or something for October today. And then I sat down and picked up a pencil and decided then I cannot think enough to sketch, so I thought that it would be a good idea to make their rosary today, or at least start to do so. Yeah, that's fine. So here we are, and then I also thought, why not have some company, or well, as much of a company as this is. Hello, I'm a little all over the place still, but I'm all right. It's just a lot of things are happening, and I'm trying to do many things at once, and it's a little challenging sometimes, you know. Hello, Sal. Please greet your Lord for me. I am very glad to be able to make art alongside you, who is making art for him. Considering it is not very early in the morning, perhaps more people can come, but I also sort of assume that nobody's going to come because I am going live at an unfortunate time, in a sense. Although when you think about it, any time is unfortunate for somebody, so we'll see. But yeah, so that is happening. Also, the gloves arrived. They are a little big on me because especially the hand is just fine, just the fingers, because my fingers are a little slender, so I will have to modify them a little bit, but aside from that they are quite good, and it feels much better to work on jewelry with my hand being protected for certain, so that is something good. I tried to find something here, but except for gardening gloves, I could not find anything, and nobody knew where I could find what I'm looking for. And working on rosaries is not as demanding as gardening, I think. And I'm also not going to be working on them while wearing winter gloves, I do not think so. Yeah, I found these and they are quite good. The material is thin enough. I have not worked with 0.8 millimeter wire since I made that rosary. Yeah, and I forgot how actually difficult it is, so this is going to be me struggling for quite a bit. And that is my problem alone, because I did not realize that the hole on the beads is quite a bit bigger than usual. Yeah. But we're going to work on it a little bit and see how we're doing. The last couple of times that I worked on rosaries, I wrapped my palms with some of the gaze, as in bandages that I still had left. And it did its job for the most part. The problem was that it would unwrap after a while. And however, I did look like I'm about to enter a battle arena as well, so that was fun. The gloves are good though. I'm not certain whether I will finish this today, because the 0.8 is certainly way more demanding. Also, I do not know how well you can hear the sounds of me crafting when I'm using the microphone. So you will have to excuse the lack of ASMR crafting sounds, as some of you call them, if you cannot hear them so well, but the microphone leaves out the noises from outside, which is more important for me, so yeah. This is fine. My hands are shaking already. And I'm 3 beads in, although it is a normal size rosary, so it will be alright. And I think it will look good once I finish. It's just going to be a little demanding. Let me actually look at the people who are here. Hello. Hello, Noel. I think I said hi to you. I cannot remember. Hello, Ragdoll and Aki. Oh yeah, I looked it up for the sending. Apparently, if it is a package sent with DPD, or some other ones. I cannot remember right now. It is possible. However, there is some kind of a process there that I am not too familiar with. So I would have to look into it more before anyone can send me anything, because apparently I need to get some kind of a code, and you need to get a code, and then. But yes, it is possible to send me a package that would arrive at a package station. At least if you can send with the postal services that have the stations here. So if we can manage that, I would. And if you have the wish to send me something, I would not be opposed to it, I suppose. And if you would like, I can pay for the shipping. I'm not even certain what you want me to what you would like me to, what you would like to send me. There we go. But if that is ever the problem, you can always tell me, and I can PayPal you for the shipping costs. It's no problem. So yeah, once that is a little bit more settled, I would not be opposed to it. So I did look into that. Fairly vaguely for now, although knowing that it can be sorted is good, of course. Hello, Carla. Thank you. That is kind of you to want to send me anything. So yeah, it's been just a little bit so you can see me better. I don't need that much light here. It's been quite something. With the child and everything. Yesterday was a day for certain. And I'm a bit calmer today than I was yesterday. It was just a lot coming home and then going to the meeting, and it was pouring rain yesterday, which is I love rain. I love it when my Lord blesses us. However, I love it a little less when I have to travel in it and it's pouring. And then the meeting lasted longer than we all anticipated. And then the teacher needed me for some information afterwards, because the situation with us is not usual, although we managed to sort everything out. And then I get home, and then she's just, I don't know. That there was some an issue with her, and I was tired, and I'm trying to teach her to communicate better with me, because she doesn't know how to communicate well, and it's She's a wonderful teenager as far as teenagers go. It's just me living with another person, and some of her behaviors are just, you know. Some of them annoy me for a good reason because she actually does something that bothers me for a good reason, and then some of them are just some things that I cannot really stand because of me, and I am anyway, I'm making a rosary. This is not a therapy session. It's just a lot, and I'm doing 500 things at the same time, I feel like. And it gets a bit much sometimes. My favorite one. I have not actually made, well, I made a good few ones. I think the Siren Sorrow one is one of my favorite ones currently, just something about it. I suppose because my sirens are currently present, and it was, I could bless it in the sea and everything. It just, and I really like how it came out. So for now, that one and Paladin's Eclipse for certain. I do really enjoy it. But after I made some more, then my answer may be different. Although I reckon it would be similar to, if you ask me what my favorite drawing is, I do not have one. My favorite drawing is the drawing that I'm working on currently. That is always my favorite drawing. I do have some that I like more than others, but I look at art more in the sense of the entire process, not the finished product is a part of it, but for me the process is more important. So the one that I'm working on is my favorite one always. But when it comes to the finished product, some are I like better than others, but yeah. Okay, I need to concentrate. Actually, rosaries don't take that much. I wanted to actually do something productive today because otherwise I would just be not very productive or functional at all. And I really wanted to finish sketching the thing that I had to sketch. How many do I take? 5? Just a second. I always forget how much chain I take for the middle. I take 3 for the bigger and 5 for the smaller, so it's 3. Yes, I also think I'm looking at her like she is here 2 months already, and we're still having the same problems, and not like she's here for a week and a half because she was away for a little bit there. And I know it's me with people and me with her specifically. I do need to let some time pass for certain. And then I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why I'm even doing this, but I think I know why I'm doing this. It's just difficult in a way that I need for certain. But yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm handling two children at the same time. Her and my own emotional state, especially when she annoys me or triggers me unintentionally. And I don't want to, I don't know. When I get genuinely upset over something that she does that I find to be irrational, I tell her what upset me and how to fix her mistake and, everything. But when she annoys me in some ways that are purely her having some behaviors very reminiscent of someone else, it's just I want to, my instinct is to go off on her, and I don't want to do that. So whenever I feel like I'm about to do something that I will regret later, I stop talking and go into the other room and then have like a 30-minute cool down, and then we actually talk. And it's yeah, I understand a lot. It's just emotions. I would love to be way further than I am right now, but unfortunately for now that is not the case. And yeah, I don't want to be somebody who I'm trying to get her away from, which is a very tempting thought. And behavior. And also I function way much differently than her previous the previous people she was with functioned, and it's very noticeable. And I know why she's not being direct with me, but she's causing us more problems by not being direct with me. And I tell her to be as direct as she possibly can, because then I can solve everything for her. She just has to tell me what the problem actually is. And we had a situation like that yesterday in the evening, and it was just like we solved it in a calm manner in the end, but I fell asleep very early. Okay, this is the 10. Anyway, it's difficult being a parent, did you know? And the other problem with me and her is that I don't really know her that much or at all, and I don't really have any emotional connection with her really. I do not dislike her, but I do not like her either. I'm kind of neutral towards her because I don't really know her and I don't feel close to her at all. And if I didn't think we could manage this in some way, I wouldn't, because I know if I cannot, I will harm more than do good. But it's still just, I have to, it's very, I know that I'm very good at harming other people when I'm upset, and I don't want to do that. Not because I'm upset, nor because I don't know her very well, nor anything else. I don't want to harm anybody, and it's uh, a difficult thing when that's your base response to being upset. So yeah, I don't know what's happening right now, but running a church is a job and a half. Am I doing this correctly? Yes. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? You can. I'm forgetting what I'm even doing. It's a funny thing that I didn't want to, have anybody around me, because I'm not used to having anyone around me, but also because I know how I can be. And now here we are. And I know that it's, partially it's to help her, but also it's to help me. It's just going to take a while for me to manage her and myself. And yeah. I didn't want to have anyone around me because I didn't want to harm anyone or be harmed, and now I have so many people around me and a child living with me, which is, that is usually how it goes. If you want something, you're probably not going to get it, especially if you want it for the reasons that I want it. Ah, yeah. She's in school right now, so. Yeah, maybe when I came here and when I still was by myself, I felt like I would never need therapy in my life, and I still don't really feel like I need it. I can manage myself just fine, but having her around really made me remember how mentally ill I can be sometimes. And not only when it comes to me. but I am just very aware of my behavior. And certainly everyone is capable of harm, but I am very aware of what my harm looks like. And I don't want it, basically. My anger is not mine, it's of somebody else, and I don't want it like that. But I have it in me, so what can you do but try to reprogram yourself? This is too long. I'm sorry, you two, I do not know how to tag anyone either, so fortunately there are only a couple of people in the room with us right now, so I think you can hear each other well, and you know who you are replying to, so fortunately tagging anyone is not crucial to replying to each other. Perhaps next time we will figure out how to tag somebody. Whenever I watch live streams, I never watch them while they're still happening. And then I never chat, so I cannot help you much. I do apologize. I'm attempting to be very precise with this because it is a necklace for somebody else, but well, I did note that it's not going to be a perfect rosary, and I hope that people are alright with it not being perfect. I mean, it looks fine, it's just I can see that it's handmade. You can see that it's handmade. Especially when I'm using thicker wire, because it's quite a bit more difficult to control it. There's a lot of people here considering it's 6 p.m. here. It's 6 p.m. here. It's 6 p.m. probably somewhere else if you are in Europe or close to it. If you're in another country, I'm not certain what time it is there. Oh yeah. People are having good points. They can talk over me preaching. I'm not preaching about very important things this time. Fortunately, I was preaching about important things in the live, but you could not really hear me well, so that's good. We are professionals here, as always, in this church. Nothing but quality. I will figure it out with my fish. It's just... I have to be upset about some things first to process them, I suppose. It is very clear to me why Finnegan is here, however. I thought that I was not certain whether he would leave once she came here, because she was not technically not a traveler anymore. but he's certainly here because of all of this process. The extent of which I was similar to when I just moved here, you know. It's just easier for her because she has me to help her. Well, I'm certain that it's still quite difficult for her, but she also gets used to, she already found friends and everything. She's way healthier than I am, mentally at least, so that actually helps me. Quite a lot to help her because, yeah. I would love to be at a place when I can treat everybody with the same understanding and calmness and everything, but when people are in a really, really bad emotional or mental state overall, I often cannot handle them too well, so one day perhaps I would like to be there. For now I'm still not. But, you know, I suppose there is still time since we're still here. And since Finnegan is here, I'm certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. And yeah, if I cannot help, I'd rather not engage. I'm never going to play smarter than I think I am. So if I think I will do harm, I will not engage much. I don't know, people are difficult. All of you are in the afternoon. We are all sitting around the round table, and I cannot get to my word from the two of them chatting over it, which is quite fine. Were we in an actual physical church, I would probably be the least one preaching. I would just be there to hold the field. Usually when I'm in a room full of people, I am the one who is listening. Or when I'm in a room with one person who is possessing a body, I'm usually the one speaking. No, they are usually the one speaking, and I'm usually the one listening, so the only reason why I'm speaking so much is because I can only hear myself. Which is, you are actually sort of like spirits to me right now. This is kind of how I experience them as well. They just have more control over my mind than the chat does, considering I forget to read it. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Hello, Rat. "10 a.m. You are from... How much? That is a 8 hour difference. Americas? Question mark? Which is also quite a good time, I suppose. Six. I could actually do the other. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing how this rosary will turn out. It is a little different than I imagined it, but the person actually had some quite good. I really like the sketch. They had quite a good idea for some changes, so I hope that they will enjoy it. But I'm sending it later. Although I would still like to make it sooner than then. So I can just hold on to it for a while until I can send it. We already had somebody, Aren is not here. We already have somebody to play the church organ. And now, considering you say that you cannot be trusted with bells, I do not know whether to entrust the church bells to you, but you can ring the large bell at noon every day. How about that? And you can get some more bell privileges during Yule / Christmas / what else? What else is there? Am I doing this correctly? Yes. I have the sketch to my right. You cannot see it. Another baker. We have so many cooks and bakers. Of course, there's going to be so many people in the kitchen. We have to expand the kitchen. I am never in the kitchen, so the churchgoers absolutely own the kitchen now. What kind of muffins would you make? Rest assured, we do not own a cannon. I think I once before put up a little question thing of what everyone would be in the church. I cannot remember how long ago I put that up, and then everyone was saying what they would be. A couple of people sent me some drawings of them as churchgoers. I cannot remember when that was. I think it was quite a while ago, actually. But I really enjoyed. Okay. I really enjoyed reading what everyone else sees themselves as in the church. Oh, we have a guardian as well. With a rifle. I'm imagining you as Sirius when he was serving in the army. Them with their sniper rifle. That is only because of Sirius I have very majestic associations with that type of weapon. So I'm imagining you in a very majestic way. I shall bring you some muffins up there into the tree. So don't worry. You shall be taken care of as well. Now I just connect them. No, I do not. Okay, hold on. Of course. Uh, you reminded me, Carla, when I was still with Lai in Germany. She asked me, when you mentioned pumpkin, she asked me whether I ever tried pumpkin pie, and I said that I have not, and then she looked at me like I said the most sacrilegious thing known to man, which it probably was for her, who is a known church baker since the ye old days. And then she told me that I have to try pumpkin pie before I die, to which I then concluded that if I try pumpkin pie, I can perish. And then on the last day we saw each other, she brought me this little pumpkin pie pendant that she made out of clay and burnt, so that I have a pumpkin pie that I cannot eat, so therefore I cannot die. So yes, that was a little anecdote from there. We still speak sometimes. She follows me and I follow her. She's doing very well, but that does not surprise me at all. She's a very capable and kind human being, so I'm glad that life is going well for her. And her pumpkin pies. So yeah, in addition to that, I've also never, and I forgot, okay, this is what I get for talking over myself. I do not need anyone to talk over me, I can talk over myself. This is a good look though. Can I assume? I suppose. So yes, I've also never tried muffins of the pumpkin variety. Although I think all of you bakers would get more from the other churchgoers trying your things. Missy loves matcha. She likes to make it for herself and drink it. I don't know how to make it, and I've never tried it, but apparently it's green tea flavored. So I think she would like your matcha pumpkins. Pumpkins? Muffins. You know, every time I read or see anything in regards to last meals people get in for when they get the death penalty, how would you even have an appetite when you are laying, like when you're about to be executed? I would say no thanks, I'm good. Get me out of here, please, now. I don't need this vessel anymore. Why would I eat anything and give people who are going to clean up my body even more problems because I'm ingesting something that then my body would start to digest, and then I would stop this process immediately. It makes no sense. I add another one. Is it 10? Yes. So yeah, the theme of the last meal, last supper, last supper. Well, yes, in a way. Never made much sense to me. And now I have 10. I was never good at math. But I mean, I suppose if tastes do a lot for you, maybe it would be comforting before you die, especially if you're scared of it. But I don't know. We already know that I don't have a very normal view of death, so my dessert would be having the substance injected into me. I'm good. Perhaps we should talk about something that is not the death penalty. Eh? I say we as if I am not the only one speaking. And Sirena is here as well. He really likes to. Yes. My fish. I will draw you soon, my fish. I am just. Although it really this wire is just. This wire hates my view on the death penalty. There we go. Thank you. He loves to watch me make rosaries for anybody, so it's a very nice. I really enjoy to make them when he's around. Okay, 10-10. Now I did it incorrectly, but only on one side. I really need to. This was a bad idea. The father is not very functional today, but I never claimed to be. There we go. I can fix it, don't worry. I can fix everything. Almost. If given enough time, maybe everything. Yeah, good. The little spacers are these, they almost look like angel aura. They are, or opalite. They look like opalite a little bit more. Although they're made from glass, so when light shines on them, they sparkle and produce this very fine shine around them. They're very pretty. I like them. And the rose ones, the pink ones are also glass. What are people saying? Muffins and matcha. I never thought about it that way. But I suppose like a control aspect. I'm certain that at least one, I mean, we're talking about people who are getting the death penalty, so, you know, I'm certain that somebody ate something to spite whoever is cleaning their body afterwards, for certain. Somebody would. But I always, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I'm looking at it from an entirely different perspective. And I suppose I would not have the need to control everything because I'm already getting what I want, you know, so. But if I ever get the death penalty, I will let you know, I suppose, about my last thoughts and such. Although considering how adamant they are about not letting me have my death penalty, then I doubt that that's going to be happening anytime soon. And I'm not planning to commit any crimes anytime soon either, so you get. Are the pumpkin ones, well, I suppose pumpkin can be sweet as well. Are they completely sweet or are they sweet savory? Savory sweet? What does pumpkin taste like? That is a good question. I suppose it is sweet, not savory. Why am I thinking that pumpkin is savory? I'm not certain. Where am I? How am I like this? We agree on the important things in life. The last meal in regards to death penalty. My fish says hello. Oh, spices, my fourth arch nemesis. I have so many arch. What is the plural of nemesis? That is another good question for today. Nemesi, that is my first thought, but that is probably incorrect. Yes. You can tell that I'm tired. Also by my speech. That is partially here and partially not. Nemesis is also so certainly incorrect. I will have to teach myself what the plural of nemesis is. Anyway, I'm not so good with spices is my point. Well, considering that I eat everything as bland as you can have it, perhaps I can take a little bit of cinnamon, but not too much. I never left the hospital food, I think. Entered once and never left. I think I'm going to perhaps sew these a little bit so they fit me a little better, but otherwise they're quite good. And my palms are actually quite, yeah, they're still a little bit affected, but this is way more comfortable than doing it with my bare hands. I have a lot of thoughts about the death penalty. If you're saying that that seems humane but also like torture, Aki, I certainly think that the problem with the justice system is that sometimes you cannot be completely certain whether the person did something that they are charged for. However, for some cases, I am for it. Although I am not so much for the death penalty as I am for the same thing that the person did happening to them. I am for that very much. So I suppose I am for torture in a way, in some cases, and you probably know what cases I'm talking about. Like if you're going to do that to another person, you may as well get it back, you know. And the death penalty actually seems like a easy way out, so no getting that. Getting what you did and then probably spending the rest of your time in prison. But I just really do not like some types of people, you know. So Bread was around me for 6 years plus for a reason. Death penalty and muffins sounds like a good name for something. A podcast? A podcast more than a band. What would death penalty and muffins sing about anyway? Except for perhaps death penalty and muffins. How many times can I say that word before my stream gets taken down? Oh, good heavens. I shouldn't have gone live today, eh? Did I mess this one up? No, it's fine. Oh. Oh. I hope everyone is entertaining themselves with something, because I'm just here spewing nonsense during this sermon. Crucifixion and bread. Death penalty and muffins, and crucifixion and bread. Crucifixion and bread sounds a bit more religious though. Death penalty and muffins is the pagan version of crucifixion and bread. We can have both at the same time. I may be spewing not nonsense, but I'm actually having quite the process here. You know, people often tell me that I'm funny, and then I tell them that I don't know why they think that, and then I catch myself saying these things, and then I realize that sometimes the nonsense I spew can hit some part of somebody else's humor, so, you know, perhaps I'm sometimes funny on accident. I'm glad you're being entertained, Carla. Death penalty and muffins also sounds like a code for poisoning somebody. And it would be even funnier if you poison somebody with a food that is not actually a muffin. Why is it called like that? Who knows? My stuttering is just awful today. Why did I make a loop here? I'm not going to listen to the stream back. It's just going to be freely floating in the ether, and I'm going to forget that I ever made it. I'm very sorry for the person who commissioned this rosary, and and this is the stream that you can watch it during, although we did not agree that I would make it on stream, so, you know, I will do what you ask me to with the rosary, so do not fret in that part. The rest is a bonus that was not asked for. Oh, come on. Yes. Church coded message. 6. I need 10. Oh, Noel, I saw that you sent it, and then I forgot that you sent it. There were some other messages, and my mind overheated when I tried to respond, and then everything happened and I didn't. But thank you for sending it. I was when you sent me that photo with the sticker for the child-proof sticker. I was just imagining Missy getting the package, seeing that sticker, and then throwing it into the air and running away screaming. So hopefully that will not happen. Although, funnily enough, she may actually receive it because she's often at home in the morning when I am not. So hopefully the package will not self-detonate if she touches it. Hopefully. But yes, thank you for sending it. And you received yours? Good, good. I send people the tracking numbers, and then I tell myself that I'm going to track it. And then I forget that what I sent and that I have the tracking number. So, yes, I do my best. And, sometimes that is what my best looks like, and that's fine. As long as the package arrives to you, we're good. Why is it like this? Yes, good. I love it when people tell me that they could smell their package before they even... Yes, good. I hope you enjoy all the incense. And I hope, if you opened it, that the little sherry did not come smashed. Which is a possibility with shells. I could use a kilometer of the bubble wrap and the shell would still come smashed, so I hope it did not get smashed. And yes, I hope you like what I sent you. Depends. Good. If you thought I would just send you like 2 pens, you were very mistaken. And if anyone thinks that I'm going to send them just a few things that I say that I'm going to send them, you are also very mistaken. So when I say that I'm going to send you a package, be very fearful of me. I love sending people stuff. Please loop for me, please. I love making rosaries, but the loops are sometimes... Yeah, this is not going to... Okay. Try again. Good, everything was intact. Good, good, good. Take your time with... if you're going to send me a message about it, just enjoy it. For now. I need to answer you everywhere still, but I have over 20 messages I need to answer and a child. So, sometimes I just leave this planet mentally. But I will answer, and thank you for sending. Thank you for sending. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am connecting it. Why is it? It's fine. I'm looking at minuscule details that nobody's even going to notice. But that is simply how I make rosaries. I do not know how much people actually look at the wire between it. I'm sorry to say that it is not perfect because I'm not a... It's fine. forgot what I was saying. Ah, yes, I know. Everyone is very patient with me. I wish I had 50 hours in my day, you know, to do everything and to answer everybody. But one has to try to run the church with only 24. I need to connect it here. 6, 8. This is too large. I'm sorry for drinking sounds. I have some coffee again. And since people told me that they can hear it, now I am hyper aware every time I take a sip. So thank you for that. Although I listened back to it to see to hear how bad it was, and it's not that bad, at least in my opinion. So I hope that you're not suffering every time I drink something. Good. I really do need to warm up when I'm using thicker wire, and then it goes better. 6, 7, 8. I'm actually going to add the chain here. Yeah, the 3 ones are actually quite good. The thicker wire looks good with this chain. I said last time that I was having border issues with some things, because some things get stuck on the border, and some things have been stuck in other countries on borders for about a month now, which is fine, you know. I understand when that happens. However, it also happens today, today, that I suppose that they just scanned a bunch of things at once, because I received 5 things at once today. So that was interesting to come home to. It was mostly supplies. But yeah, that was an unexpected occurrence, which I was not expecting. And I forgot that I was waiting for some things because they were stuck there for so long. So that was nice. What am I doing? I am doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will connect this one here. Hello, Res. We have rat and we have res. Res. I never know whether to say it with an English R or with my R. Except for this is, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Oh, my nails are done for after today, which is fine. Yes, I know what it is short for. I have that as saying on burned into a wooden keychain. It is on a Red's altar. Of course I know what it is short for. It's his little line. A rosary for him would be amazing to make from those pendants that are crosses, that are crucifixes, but it is also a flip out knife. I love those. I have not actually looked whether I can get them, but they're so beautiful. And if I ever get my hands on one of those pendants, I'm going to make a rosary for Red out of it for certain. That is his pendant for certain. No need to apologize. Not joking. Sometimes I forget that people cannot perceive what is happening in my mind, like my spirits can. And then I don't say something that I think people know that I'm thinking about, which is just a thing that happens when you talk with spirits a lot, I suppose. It's 9 and then 10 is going over here. So you couldn't have known what I was thinking about. And there we go. And clip it about here. Mm-hmm. Oh, if you could hear that, that was my wrist. There is a sort of festival happening this weekend on the 20th and 21st. Yes. It's about an hour and a half away from me, I think. Although it's quite a big festival, so I do not think that I will go. But it is a very Slavic folklore, pagan-ish, where people dress up and light fires, and there are vendors selling all sorts of things. And somebody asked me whether I will go, and it looks very interesting, but it also looks very eventful, and I do not think that I would be able to handle that. But it looks very interesting. This is crooked. I remember thinking before about such festivals and having I always liked watching people go to festivals or go anywhere, go on a walk in the woods with somebody, and but I do not know whether I would go to one by myself, and mine of course, but I like living through festivals vicariously through other people, but I do not know whether I could attend one personally. Although I've been thinking about it. But I'm not sure. I'm not a festival person. I am a peasant hours type of person. about there? No, actually, oh well, it's too late now. Thank you, Aki. I hope the commissioner will like it. They really like the sketch, so should be fine, I think. I also think that it's going to look good. I mean, the issue is that I could always flee, and even if I cannot, I find a way to. The problem is just that the festival is quite a bit further away from me, so the only place for me to flee is somewhere there in the forest. And so I can. That's always a thing with me, and I don't know. I don't really. I don't know. The fact that I could get a panic attack somewhere stops me from going many places. Because if I'm having one, I want to be at home at that time. How did I? Two more, okay. And it also, I don't know. I will think about it. I also don't really know what you do at festivals. I'm not really a quote unquote hanging out type of person. And I don't know if it's worth it going there to be there for 2 hours and then go back, because it takes me about an hour and a half to get to there. So I don't know. The photos and everything looks very interesting and up my alley when it comes to pagan practices and such, but I think I'm so used to being at home and drawing or being at home and doing something that the usual things people enjoy just do not appeal to me as much, because I'm just not used to participating in them. In theory, a lot of things seem appealing, but when I begin to think about the in practice, they seem much less appealing to me. But yeah, anxiety and such. I'm just not used to being around so many people. Yes, Croatia is a very interesting country in that sense, because from the outside and from the inside, to quite a large extent, it seems very, Christian Catholic oriented, and it is. However, if you know the circles and if you know where to go and know what people to meet, it also has a very large sort of like an underground, I'm a little cold, more pagan circle, let's say. So there are a lot of people who practice other spiritual practices and are on other such paths that you can find. Um, yeah, Croatia has a lot of um, myths and legends and old practices that are not necessarily Christian. Uh, so it does not surprise me at all. And I never really took note of it. I do not actually feel, I don't know, yeah, it is certainly very Christian Catholic oriented. And it seems like it is more so because that group of people is way more vocal, but there is also a very large group of people that practices other sort of beliefs and practices that exist. They're just less vocal than the other group. Um, and you would not expect that when you go into this country. So it really does depend on what people you are around. Because I know a lot of people, as you may have seen, who are very open when it comes to spiritual practices and practice with other deities and are into, astrology, tarot, mediumship, and such. And you can find a lot of open-minded people here as well. You just really have to know where to look. Although I feel as though I was led to many of them and not looked for them as much. Yeah, this is looking good. This is a little crooked. Although, I don't know, I was religion and practices are such a complicated topic, I feel. Because I've had positive experiences from both sides, I just do not relate to the Christian and Catholic side so much in their beliefs or, just the mindset the people are in. But I've been to a Baptist church, as you may know, for a couple of months, and that was interesting, but just not for me. Although it was a good experience to have. And it certainly, the way people treat you certainly does depend on the type of person you are. I haven't had any negative experiences there. I just felt like my time to be there was over, and then I left. So, but I never, it was nothing negative. People certainly do come from their side of, life. And some will listen to your side and some will not. But it also certainly does depend on the type of person you are and how they will approach you. And some people, even if their beliefs are different, really do not mind your beliefs being different if you are, I don't know, just a certain type of person, I suppose. I'm not explaining this very well because I'm not certain how to, and I'm trying to concentrate a little bit on this piece. A little bit more than a little bit. But yeah. Really my only tie to Christianity and such are the fact that I seem to attract multiple different types of angelic beings, or the entities that are known as angelic in such beliefs. And I'm just not particularly interested in their main deity, and my deities lay elsewhere, for instance in ancient Egypt. But yeah, if you're open to everything, in my experience, a little bit of everything will come to you. What are people saying? Sorry. Ragdoll, I hope you don't mind me saying that you live in Hungary, because now people live in Hungary. I know Hungary is a very large country and people have no idea who you are, but I hope that that did not. I mean, I did not dox you, but I hope that you do not mind. But yeah, Res, it's the same here. You would not know that there are so many pagan ones if you did not know which circles to look in. But if you can catch the right current, you will see that there are many, many different ones. And it seems like they've become more open and more visited and more popular amongst people, or the people are just more open to such experiences nowadays, because I do not remember them being so widespread before I left. So I'm glad that is happening now. Mm. All of the pagan events happen in the woods, it seems, which makes sense. But I also can understand that it is further away from where you live. But for an event, perhaps it is worth to try to travel to it, if it is possible for you. Once. Meet churchgoers, help each other. We have 2 Hungarian churchgoers. Bless you, Hungarian churchgoers. My 2 Italians are not here for now, but they usually do visit. And then we also have a lot of American churchgoers, and there is one German here as well, if he is still here. I think he may be. And then, yes, the Americans. We have all sorts of nationality-wise churchgoers. Yes, there are also a lot of people from America, and there is somebody, at least one person from Mexico. Mexico. I'm sorry. There is, wait, Carla, don't tell me. I may have forgotten. Why do I always forget where you're from? You're not Danish, you're not, why am I going north? Hold on. Bulgarian? Are you Bulgarian? Listen, there is a lot of you here. I think you live somewhere close to Bulgaria. At least I did not dox you. Oh, if in regards to the tarot cards, Noel. Also, hello, Danish churchgoer. Danish. Hmm. Very interesting. Oh yes, I need to finish my thoughts. If you find a set of tarot cards that you like, Noel, and if you would be alright with showing them to me, I would like to see which ones you found. I have not read in a bit now. I am really not. I noticed that I am way more mm, just feeling oriented. I do not really have the need for doing spells or any sort of divination, really, usually, because I can feel them and hear them. Claircognizance and clairsentience are more my things. So I do not actually do many of the witchy things that people usually do. I do participate in them sometimes when I feel the need to, or when I cannot feel them so well around me. But usually I just allow myself to feel them as they are. So I do not do many of the other things uh, because I suppose I simply do not have the need to. I feel them enough through drawing and crafting and simply, existing in their vicinity. So I am sort of my own pendulum, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do enjoy to read. Are you looking to order one, or is there some kind of a shop near you which has them? A store. Also, Carla, please don't be mad at me. I do not know what country that flag is, what flag that country is. I know many flags, but that one is. I am tired today. Okay, please spare me, spare my geographical knowledge. Didn't I say Romania? I said Bulgaria. Okay, Romania. I apologize. I am exposing myself as a bad flag knower. I'm sorry. Romania. I don't hear much about Romania, so I forget that. I forget. I'm sorry. I don't know much about Romania, to be honest. But I know that we're close. Ish. We're here somewhere. And I know that you have impossible addresses. You have. I would assume that you're living on some kind of another planet by the address you gave me last time. That address stayed prominent in my mind. I wrote it down on the package and just hoped to whatever deity there is that the package arrives to you. I felt like I was writing a letter when I was writing down your address. But the package arrived, so I managed to send it to wherever you live in Romania, if there even is a real country. I am learning that Romanians have big brown doe eyes. Interesting. those two things remind me of muffins and death penalty. That is all I'm going to say. But yes, I mean, I know about that, of course, because of my kind. But I mean, about the country overall. And for yes, yes. This stream just went all sorts of places, did it not? This is a very interesting stream today. I do not think that there is a way for me to make rosaries for it not to hurt my hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's alright, it's a little crooked, yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot make it so. I cannot make it flawless with my hands when I have to manually do these. But it's okay. Yes, I noticed. Oh yeah. I'm going to fix this a bit later, but I think it's quite fine as it is. That sounds very... I do not know whether that sounds dystopian or whether that sounds old-time-ish. Somehow it sounds like both to me. The sectors of the districts in the capital. We also have, we don't really call them districts, but we do have like, we have parts. There is a word for it in English. I'm so certain, I just cannot remember it right now. We have parts of the capital, but they are not, and the parts are known for being better or worse. But I do not know whether you would consider them districts per se. That sounds like a barred off area. You need a special permit to enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My mood is just all over the place today. I mean, if you're a Romanian postman, mailman, or mail postman, I would assume that you are used to the address type. So I'm certain that it is not as confusing to them as it is to us. Come on. Work for me, please. Thank you. Why is it? I don't like it when it's like that. All right, that's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I left 2 for extras, which is very, very, very smart of me to do. Yeah, it's okay. This is the first rosary that I'm making for somebody else. So I hope. I mean, it's always strange for me to make um, things for other people, even though I know that the people know what they're going to receive approximately. But I still don't know whether, I don't know. I'm not certain how people perceive my crafts when they're made for them. So I do it how I would do it for anyone else, and I hope for the best. But you know, if you liked my other rosaries, I suppose that you will like this one. Or yours when I make yours, if you will have one made by me in the future. So yes, I don't know. Yeah, we have similar problems here. Although some districts, let us say, are worse or better, just it does not really depend on the nationality or the race or anything like that of people that are living in there. It's just overall, some districts are known to be more dangerous or worse off than others, and it just, I think it mostly depends on the history of how that district came to be. And then fortunately we live in quite a fine one, but I still don't let the child go out with her friends after dark. She's returning from school after dark now, but if she does not need to go outside after the night has fallen, I don't let her, just in case. One can call me paranoid, but better be a little bit more careful than regret, you know. I would still be wary, so I am wary for her as well. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's not a baby anymore, but I look out just in case. Oh, this is a horrible little loop. Hold on. And she listens to me in that way, which is very helpful. She understands, you know. She can go out with friends, but not. But when it's the day, when it's daylight outside, or they are visiting each other, then it's fine. Well, I try to be a good father, squared. Good father. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, the next one has this thing. Certainly better safe than sorry. I lead my life by that saying in many, many ways, and it has not let me down since. Because for some things, yeah, you cannot really help them after they happen, if they happen, so I rather not run the risk of them happening. It's just good to be careful. Although, you know, I can tell you, I don't know what it was, but when it comes to going outside later in the night or in the day, I felt quite safer in Germany. But I think that is because not many people went outside, at least not where I was. so you would not see many people there. And I would sometimes go on walks at like 2 or 3 a.m. and I would just not care at all. Past the state I was in then, but I, I had no worry about anything happening. Here, I would not go out past, let's say, 10 p.m. unless I absolutely had to. It's just a very here. I think because the nightlife. Also, some people. Uh, I would be better safe than sorry here, and I would be more careful here. But yeah, it's just very different. Yeah, it's just very different. That is one of the differences I remember, especially because I had to go out and although bus and train and tram stations I would not go near during the night either in whatever country I'm in. But yeah, fortunately I had no bad experiences when I had to go outside during the dead of night because of the circumstances of where I was and where I went and everything. But yeah, anyway, I'm almost done with this. Whenever I stream and make these, I don't even recognize how fast I make them. Germany time was such a, I don't know, now when I try to think about it, it seems like a fever dream, to be honest. I don't know, I already forgot like the first 3.5 years that I was there, so perhaps that is also why it feels like a fever dream. Oh, please, thank you. Slavic countries are just, it really is the Wild West here in some cases. You know, in some aspects, when you look at it, it really is, and you have to be a type of person to know how to exist here. But yeah, I would assume that every country has its own sort of energy to it, and Wild West sometimes is how I would describe Croatia for certain. But if you know how to exist in that sort of environment, it would not be so bad. But if you are used to something way more hmm, sanitary, I suppose, or like way more order and a way more put together country, then you would have, I think, quite a more difficult time existing here until you get used to it, if you do. Oh my God, Carla, I would, yeah, I believe you, unfortunately. I know some people who go to or who went to clubs, and I would, just for that reason, like I would be too, I don't know. People are just awful sometimes, often, especially during the night, and especially in regards to clubs, unfortunately. Fortunately, I have absolutely no desire to go in any of them, nor did I ever, but I would not either. But that just sounds frightening to me. Good on you for I don't know the situation, but good on you for defending yourself. And I hope it will not come to that again in any way, shape, or form. People need to mind their own business. You should, if you go outside, you should carry a pepper spray with you or something. Holy water hose. You just blast people off the street if they come too close to you. Obliterated by holy water. The only fits a sentence for people like that. But yeah, if anyone goes anywhere late at night, just be safe and carry some sort of protection on you for certain. Be safe out there. People are unwell. Or go with somebody else if that's ever possible. Somebody that you trust or feel safe around. Do keep yourself safe. You are important. Yeah, ragdoll, I can imagine. It's just, I can understand the primal fear of needing to be outside after it gets dark and certain types of people start coming out. It's just, it's very unfortunate that that happens, and I wish it did not. Awful things. Oh my god, I started going on the wrong... Okay, that's fine. We can fix it. Hold on, what am I doing? No, I was correct. Sorry, my brain is functional in ways that are not helping me at the moment. No, it's fine. I'm doing fine. What are you... Calm down. Okay, it's fine. Oh, if I ever had a physical church, we would certainly have some self-defense lessons. It would be amazing if Nivan could materialize for an hour or two and teach us some military self-defense lessons. Uncle Nivan would gladly do so. Although, I was thinking, if you're ever in a situation like that, Just acting in a way that the other person would not assume that a person they are approaching would act is also a good tactic, uh, because you actually scare the one who is scaring you. Imagine somebody advancing onto you and you just start speaking in tongues and chanting. I genuinely think that that would freak some people out. Also spraying with holy water, or just like acting possessed or something. Just start acting in some way that they cannot predict would happen. I think that would genuinely work as a defense method. Confuse your opponent, and if it's possible, scare them also. Unfortunately, yes. Well, if not the aura, then the hammer will certainly do. We talk about something more pleasant, and then we go on to darker topics, and then we return to something more pleasant, and then we go on to some darker topics. But that is always how it ends up with when I talk to people. So I am not. Hello. I am not surprised. Yes, the prince has awoken, and he had to tell me that he woke up. I do not think you heard him, but he was sleeping until now. Excuse me. I think I may finish this today, which is wonderful, because some supplies for other rosaries came today, so I reckon I will be able to make some for some other people soon, and also for my spirits as well. And I would like to make the small angel aura beads that I got came, and I would really like to make a japamala from them for myself. I just have to find a thread thin enough that I can weave the beads onto it. The cat said hello. I do not think you heard him because I have the microphone on. Is that fine? Yeah, this is what it's looking like for now. The chain is quite fine. It's a very very delicate type of rosary, and it will have these two wings on the Prince already knows that I am speaking to him when I use certain words, or when the tone of my voice changes. So even if he knows not what I'm talking about or what I'm saying to him, he knows that I'm addressing him, because my pitch usually goes up if I'm speaking to him. Especially in the morning when he wakes up, then I shower him with pet names and kisses. Yes, the Majesty. Hold on, hold on. I will be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Please entertain yourselves among each other, please. Thank you. Hello. Wait. Hello. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Have you misbehaved while I was away? Hold on. My battery is surviving. What are you talking about? Dogs. The cat got the cat got many pets while I was away. Rest assured. Designated designated animal companion petting hours. It does not have the same ring as designated church hours, but you know. Oh, your kitty. Hello, Arsen. It is all right. It was an unplanned today. I am working on a commission and we are talking about muffins and death penalty and such. Also, I have new gloves. And I'm working on a commission. I think I said that. I hope you're doing well. Stretch. Please pet Sky for me, Noel. And I hope you two are comfortable on the couch. I'm almost done with this rosary, so I reckon I shall finish it. And then, oh yeah, my palms are hurting still. Please, can I do this somehow? No, I do not reckon so. Okay. Okay, this is better. I need to sketch tomorrow. Well, I want to sketch tomorrow. I want to sketch the comic until the end. This part of the comic, I mean. And good morning, or good afternoon, I suppose. I hope you had a good nap. And I hope everyone here currently has been able to get some rest recently. There we are. 5 more and then I'm done. Listen, Noel, did you not know that the entire couch is hers? And also the entire room and also the entire flat? And likely the entire neighborhood also, even if she never went outside. Cats simply own everything around them. when my two boys sleep with me, they like to sleep with me. And they do not have the thing where they will take over the entire bed, but they have the thing where they will take over the entire bed that it is me. So one is usually laying on my chest and the other is laying on or in between my legs or on my lower abdomen. So I become the cat bed, even though they have quite enough bed all around them to sleep on. So yeah, they have to cover every inch of me that exists whenever we are sleeping together. And then they purr, and it is the best feeling ever. I feel like my soul is being cleansed from the inside. But yeah, they love to lay on my chest. And my neck area, but my chest especially. Yes, Prince and Foxy babies. True ragdoll. I love cats. They are such characters. Although when it comes to my two boys, Prince is truly a prince, and then Foxy is sort of like more of a peasant, really. He both acts like it, and with me and with in general. We have a prince and a peasant. It would be quite funny if I named them like that, but I did not. I call myself a peasant endearingly, so it would be an endearing name for him as well. Listen, he's exhibiting peasant behavior, okay? I do not know how to explain that when it comes to a cat. He just is. He's just, I don't know. He speaks to me on a soul level that I cannot explain, but I know that he is a peasant at heart. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, of course. So both of them were strays. Nowadays, when I came back, I have seen maybe 1 or 2 cats outside. 5 years ago, when I still lived here, there were very many strays. I do not know what happened in the time that I was away, but I was very surprised at the fact of how little cats there were on the street. Both cats that are owned by somebody, they're cared for by somebody. They just go outside, and strays, like there are absolutely no cats outside anymore. So I do not know what happened in that regard, but when I lived here a while ago, there were many strays outside, and Prince came first. He, as a little kitten, because the flat is quite low near the ground, there was one day when it was pouring rain, and he came meowing under this window, and I heard him, and he was like a little kitten that was completely soaked through, and he was very small and very cold and probably lost. And I tried to find the mother, but there was absolutely no cat inside, so I took him in. So that is how Prince just came to us like that. and he stayed. I have no, like, we did not find the mother after that as well. I have no idea how he just spawned under the window that day, but yeah. And I could not leave a small kitten outside in the rain, so I did not. And he was, even though he was, small, he did not have so many problems with anything. He was not injured or sick or anything. So I do not know what happened to him. He just appeared during a rainy day, one day. Foxy has a little bit of a worse story. So when I was going to school many, many years ago now, I was going home during the evening one day after school. And there was this little alleyway in which people have, what do you call them, like trash containers. And I heard the meowing from one, and basically someone threw him into the trash when he was a kitten, and he could not get out. And of course, I couldn't leave him there either, so I took it with me. Took him with me, and he was in way worse of a state than Prince was. He was very thin and he was very sick. He had, I cannot even remember what he had, but he was very sick and had some type of parasite in the ears, and basically we thought that he was going to die. And here he is almost 10 years later. So yeah, that is how Foxy came to be. Somebody definitely did not want a kitten and tried to dispose of him, but they were very unsuccessful. So yeah, people are just, I don't know even what to say. But yeah, he was definitely, somebody did not want him at all. So that is how Foxy ended up in the church. I pick up cats in need, apparently. I cannot help myself. And it was, I would be more wary of doing so now because of my two older boys. But Prince was grown up, but he was still a younger cat, and he was more scared of Foxy than he was antagonistic towards him, so they kind of learned to exist together. But I would be, I don't know if they would be able to handle a kitten now, so. And I also do not think I would be able to handle 3 cats at once. So I'm fine with my 2 boys right now. And I hope I will not find any more kittens in the trash. That is all I can tell you. But yeah, that was just a little speck. My little speck. Soaked Prince sounds adorably pathetic. He was just, I don't I don't know, but he was certainly adorably pathetic. He's such a large cat now, but when he was small and soaked through, you just saw 2 large eyes and a little bit of fur, and that was it. And then I still remember, I do not remember anything aside from this, but I remember that I washed him in some warm water when he came, because he was also muddy. And then I wrapped him in a towel, and I lay down, and he fell asleep on my chest. And that is one of the things that I fondly remember. And since then, actually, he loved sleeping on my chest as a kitten. And since there, he still likes to sleep on my chest. Except now he's not a little kitten anymore. He's like a 7 kilogram cat. So sometimes I feel like I will cough up a lung, but it's worth it for him. But yeah, and people are very cruel. I was fathering since I knew of myself, yes, in one way or another. Also, you people are the first uh, people, I suppose, that I heard of the cat distribution system from. And I only discovered that this year, I think. Somebody mentioned it, and I had no idea what that means. And I'm still not quite certain what the cat distribution system is, aside from this force that apparently distributes cats to people. So you taught me what the cat distribution system is. So thank you for that. I had no idea that that was a thing that people spoke about. It makes sense in a way because cats just kind of appear in places, I suppose, but yes. Prince Burrito, yes. He is a free weight blanket. I love it when he starts making biscuits on me, then I also have a little massage. And he is also, he's such a careful cat sometimes. Foxy is a little tactless in that sense, and he does not really understand that digging his nails into my skin hurts me. But it's fine, he's a true ragdoll now. You can do whatever you want to him. He is going to start purring and melt onto the floor and ask you to touch him more. He loves to be pet. But yeah, Prince will sometimes make biscuits sort of on my face, but he will not use his um, claws because he knows that it hurts me when he does. So he's a very intelligent cat. So yes. I never had dogs, so I do not know how it is with dogs. I just had kitten experience since forever. And the good thing with cats, yeah, I do not know how difficult it is to train dogs, but you basically pick up a cat and you put them in the litter box and they know what to do. You don't have to teach them anything. Since if you pick up a kitten and put them in the litter box, they know what to do. So I never really had problems with that. But yeah, they are programmed to know to dig. They are very, very, very cute, very sweet. I feel like both dogs and cats are the embodiment of chaos in two different types of chaos. I do not think I would ever have a dog because I'm not. Mm, I do like dogs, but I would not have a dog myself. I'm just more suited for cats, I think. I do not have anything against dogs, and I quite like them actually. But as an owner, I think cats suit me. As my companions, I think cats suit me better. But yeah, I can imagine they are also they also embody chaos in their own dog ways. Hold on, I'm almost there. My church is a lot of cats, and all of my spirits also are also a lot of cats. The two fish are certainly a lot of cats as well. All of them just become cats in some sense, always. Nobody gets away from becoming a cat, which is great actually. My two catfish. Yes, as far as I know, you need to. Hello, you finally managed to send a message. Hello. I'm streaming in a time that I do not usually. Well, I'm holding a sermon in a time that I do not usually. So I'm glad that some people manage to catch it that do not in during other times. But yes, as far as I know, you need to put way more time into training dogs than cats. Cats kind of train themselves unless you have, I suppose, a particular type of cat. But I never had to train mine for anything except for, I mean, you tell them they cannot, hop on counters and such, and they learn that they cannot be there, and then they don't go there. They also know that it is forbidden for them to go onto this desk, so they never do. So yeah, I never really had to train them past telling them no when they try, and then they stop trying, so that's it. They are still menaces when they get the zoomies for certain, but yes. Please enjoy the church kitchen, Arsen, and I will see you again sometime. And you will meet some other people in the kitchen there, I'm certain. So please do enjoy the rest of your evening and take care. I also know that the personality of the dog depends on the type of dog. The what do you call it? The type of dog, but the type has a more specific term. I forgot. Which I never felt was really true for cats. No matter the color the cat is, the cat will have a different personality. But as far as I understand, certain types of dogs have certain more specific personalities, which I find very interesting if true. Breed, thank you. Thank you. Breed. Hold on. Meow. Meow. Have you come to say hi? Have you come to make your high presence known? Hello. What do you want? What do you want? What? Attention. Yes. Come up. Come up here. Come up. Up. Can you see him? I'm not certain, but he wants some attention, so he's going to get attention. I don't know if you can see him or hear him. Oh, you see some type of fur, yes. Thank you for coming, Val. Wait. I think you can hear this now, eh? Have a good night, Val. Thank you. And you're getting some Princey for tonight, yes? Cat petting hours. He's a very intense purrer when he starts purring. Yes, that is Prince, AJ. Also about the dream, it was probably name the character. I cannot do anything now, huh? I have to pay attention to you. Red's previous, the body Red possessed after death, I censor. If you've ever seen me talk about a character that, oh my goodness, look at my hands. Princey, you left half of yourself on my gloves, Princey. Thank you for the extra padding. Yes, you're very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. If you ever hear me talk about a character but censor their name as name, that is who I'm talking about. Can you go down, please? Can I get the roller, please? Can you go down, please? Please. I love you. Yes. Can we? Okay. I just have to exist like this now. Let's try to finish this. I censor his name because Red was not. Red was more comfortable with me censoring the name of the body that he possessed after the person who died left the body and Red started possessing it. No. 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 You cannot help me make this. No. Stop it. Cease this behavior, child. Cease. I did. Hold on, I have to decat myself. Hold on. Menace. Absolute menace, I tell you. He has blessed the rosary. Zaya, your rosary will be blessed twice. Hold on, I am decatting myself. Hold on. He has come to bless the rosary as the prince he is, and now he has left us once more. Okay, I have less fur all over myself now. All right. Let's try to finish this then. And then I will just adjust it a little bit off camera. I will tweak it, if you will. He's now crunching behind me. I do not think you can hear him, but I can hear him. Oh, my boy. You had a lot of entertainment today during the sermon, eh? We even got a cat blessing at the end. Thank you. Sometimes, perhaps. And we're almost done with this, which is wonderful. Okay, we said opalite rose, opalite cross. And there is a chain from the opalite down, okay? Hold on, let me just... yeah, if you... it is much easier to find it on Pixiv, although you can find it on my Instagram as well. If you type in the tag, but on Pixiv everything is much better set and much easier to sort through and look at in the tags. And there we are. Just adjust this one a little. It's much better. I have 3 extras, is that right? Seems so, yes. And the other seats, yeah. And I'm putting this rose, if you can see it, as the little embellishment on the end, in between the opalites. Now this is a little bigger bead, so hopefully this works. I've never tried. Hold on. I already messed that up. Let's try this. It actually covers some of the wire, which is beautiful. Oh yeah, my hands are shaking already. I think I'm done for today with this. Oh. Hold on, this is a little more difficult than I anticipated. Very good. Good. Look at that. There is a lot of history with my characters, quote unquote, so feel free to look at my either of my accounts. With new people, I always say that if you're interested in keeping up with what is going on, it is best to try to look into what is happening with the current crew, and then if you are ever interested, you can go backwards and see what we've been through. But since there is a lot happening, it's always more it helps you more to know what's happening currently, I think. I suppose depends on why you're here anyway. If you just enjoy the art, then it does not really matter. But yes, there is a lot going on with me and them. Always, hold on. Yeah, a lot of people like mist. Still, it's always so interesting to me to see who gets connected to which character. And at this point, I can sort of tell which person will like which character more just based on their personality. So that is always interesting to look, and how much some help certain people. I always love reading others' experiences of them, either through art or in any other way. Appreciating my church very much in that aspect. And I'm very glad that they are able to help some people. Just by me drawing them, you know. I'm having some trouble here. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Of course, the last wire will give me trouble. That is always how that happens. Get on there, please. Yeah, and my hands are hurting, so I cannot grab it the best. Hold on. Come on, Prince, bless you. Please work for me. Maybe if I use different... Can I... Oh my goodness, will I... This is amazing, truly. Hold on. The last one before I put the crucifix on, and it's just not... Okay. Oh, I'm glad, Carla, but yeah, he was... All of them are special in their own way. Now when I think back of Malachi, he and Uri were same in the sense of sort of being, they came through Red, so if Red was not around, they were not either. Malachi was edging on being a memory fraction in a way that I never really had much personal contact with him. A lot of what I saw of him was through Red and interactions with Red. But yes, he was a very comforting one. So unfortunately, I never dove deeper into him, but I appreciate having what I had with him at the time. Will I give up and just make a new cord, or will I keep fighting with this? But I feel like that for all of them, especially some of the like River and Sirius, and I managed, and the sheep crew especially. Oh my God, that was just. And then the medieval crew, all of them just struck my heart in such different ways. And some of them I can grieve better than easier, or I do not even know how to. Some of them I can process the leaving of easier than others. But I'm always glad to have, no matter how much pain it brings me, I'm always glad to have experienced them at the time, and I hope that our time together aided them in ways that it should have. Although Sirius was definitely, certainly something much higher than I realized at the time. And I would not be surprised to know that Sirius was, or still is, a type of deity or a higher spirit, for certain. He was just, even at the time I knew, but he left with his brother and sister. I would not be surprised if he returns to us at some point, but for now he is, they are where they need to be, I'm certain. But yes, my dear God, I love my dear God so dearly. And my moth parent. His rosary is next. I was sent a moth pendant for him a while ago, and I've been wanting to make a rosary for him since then. I can imagine, yes. I am the only one who remains to know what his face looked like. Which you never, well, some people know, you never found out what Name's name is, and you never found out what Red looked like. And I think it was meant to be this way, you know? I know that people were very curious about both. Oh, there is a charm. some people know his name, but the face only I remain knowing. Oh, I reckon it is better if I turn it the other way. Hold on. There is, will the camera pick it up? There is this little rose charm that's going on there as well. I just have to place it correctly. And then there are two special wing charms that are going on the very top of the rosary as the person wished. They saw the connectors and then I had another proposition and they liked it better, so. Oh, okay. Please just work for me this little bit. Okay. There we go. So the charm is turned towards. There we are. Now it has the centerpiece. Oh. And there is a charm around the centerpiece. Does it work like that? Oh my goodness, hold on. You're getting raw footage of me working on a rosary and struggling. I will pay more attention to you soon. Hold on. Hold on, churchgoers. Can I put both? No, I cannot. There is not enough space. Did I put it backwards again? No, this is quite fine. Although, is it better if I... Me and my charm placement. Oh my, please stop doing that. Oh my god, okay. Like about the third, I think. My hands are not functioning properly anymore. That is why I'm having more issues. Why does it fall like this? Okay, if I turn this now, it will be fine, and I will stop struggling with it. I just have to turn it the other way, and I can do that easily. There we go. Now it falls properly, yeah. Now it's fine. And the rose and the cross. And the cross itself actually has little flowers on the very sides of it. Y'all are talking about Lillian. He was indeed. He was an experience. Let me just place the little wings now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the middle here. He has quite the hello, second one. He has quite the ironic name because yes, he's called Lillian and he's well, as Carla said, not good to say the least. Although I always thought the name suited him quite good. I think all of their names suit them quite well. And I'm sorry to tell you that Sirena and Medusa, oh, my child has come. Sirena and Medusa are not named fish and fished since birth, and they do have different names. However, you will find their names later. Hello, child. The child does not hear me. But yeah, you will find their names soon. And I also think they both look so much like their given names. Can I put them on different... I'm going to experiment a little bit. Although I do kind of like it on the same one, eh? Sirena's name actually made me wonder whether he's Finnish or Norwegian. Also, when you see there is a priest that's going to come into the picture now. There was a lot of comfort and positive influence on Sirena in his youth. And his name also made me even wonder even more whether they are Norwegian or Finnish or in some place similar, because their names I've never heard of before, but I really enjoy them, especially Sirena's. It is very complex in a very beautiful way. You will hear his nickname first that the priest gave him, and then you will hear his full name. Although it will take a while. You will find out Medusa's name sooner, I think. Medusa is not so secretive with his name. He's just, most of his crew uses his, calls him Captain, so Captain Medusa. Let me see if I like this more, hold on. There is one wing. And Medusa just looks very much so like his given name. In my opinion. Fits him well. Can I even do that? Is the loop big enough? Yes, it is. Hold on. Let me see if I like this better. How does this feel? Does it feel better? I reckon I should ask the commissioner still. I think I like it better on two separate jump rings. So if you wear it, the wings on the back of your neck fall like this. Yes. And they fall like this better if they're on separate jump rings. But yeah, the rosary is done. I really like the little additions, and I hope the commissioner will enjoy it. It's a very delicate and beautiful one, I think, even with the little thicker wool wire and the wings in the back. Very beautiful, I think. Oh, I enjoy how it came out. I will just adjust it a little bit when I go off now. Go off live. But yes, let me lay it down. So you can see it. I will take a photo if the commissioner allows and post it later. But it's the first one with so many little additions, although I think they're very placed with meaning on them. Did I put the wing on the right way? Yes. Yes, I did. Me messing with it. Did I put the wing on the right way? Yes. Oh, look at my palm. Worth it though. Good. Very good. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I get some of my supplies from Etsy. I prefer to buy purchase from Etsy than from something like eBay or Amazon. I don't really like you using those sites, so most of the things that I get when it comes to supplies and some other things like candles or something are from Etsy. I like supporting people who make them themselves, so yeah. I mostly use Etsy, or I get them from the shops I can find here. Thank you very much. I have to find a way how to, although it tends to recover over the night. I do not think there is a way. It's just irritation from the use. But that's all right. You will see up close when I take a photo. Can you see it? My nails are also a little bit damaged from it. And the two little wings. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, I also think so. You cannot really even see where the wire starts and where the chain begins. because of how I make the loop. So it really does look like the wire just blends into the chain and chain blends into the wire, which actually looks quite good. Good. My idea worked. Oh, now I can, where did I get the wings from? The wings are from a shop here. I can, I did not get them online. I have the shop, there are two craft shops here that have all sorts of things, and you can find, I found the stainless steel chain there. I thank the gods. I found the centerpieces there, the crucifix, the wings. I can show you some of the other things that I have. Yeah, they're here. They have all sorts of things. It's the shop that I found when I just moved here, if you remember, the one that has the strings of beads, all sorts. But the beads are quite pricey. They're from gemstones, so I prefer to order them because it's not as pricey. These are the wings. The larger ones and the smaller ones, they're about like €1 per package. They're very inexpensive. I also found these keys there, and some of the fish and the nautical themes I ordered because we did not have them. But look at the fish. Let me show you the fish. Hold on. Look at the little fish. It's Sirena. I love the little fish. I love the fish. I will post a photo of all of these, but they are just, I love them. There I have so many little things now. I really like this one. Now I'm just showing you my charms. But yes, I have many shells now. Well, let me show you the smallest charm that I have. He's doing his best. And I also have some of more Medusa-oriented ones. Hey, they were little bundles of themed charms, so I got two. Yeah. Now you saw some of my charms. And I like to place them on the side. Somebody already claimed a little fish, so he shall get a little fish. And some others I plan to use. Yeah, the seahorse is, I cannot tell you how small it is, how small he is. He is minuscule. He is a centimeter small with the loop on the top. He's a centimeter small. He is absolutely minuscule. I love him. A molecule seahorse. Yes, all sorts of things. And I really love the wings, so I got the wings as well. And I have some, I will make something for emerald, so look at some of the snakies. Because you know I am a snake. He should come with a magnifying glass. I also have some larger ones, but I do not have them on hand right now. So there are some of the snakes. Hold on, can you see them? Sorry. There is a delay, so I cannot see how much you can see. Yeah, snakes. I will make something for emerald later. And yeah, also I have a little, Kia loves these. And little roses. All sorts of stuff. And I like to place them near the centerpiece here. It gives the rosary it's like a finishing touch that I like to add if the person likes to have the little thing. I put the little sad siren on Siren Sorrow, and I plan to add more of them. Yes, now you also saw some of my charms. Do I have something else to show you? Not really. Oh, I can show you, this is Trinket Heaven if you're like a crow. Hold on, let me place this in here. I found some connectors. That are more realistic wings, which I love. Yeah. I plan to actually make a sort of a seraph themed rosary with these wings, with the pendants, little pendants wings, and with eye spacers. So yeah, a lot of things. Also, drops, little tears. I will use them for deadly waters when I make them. So yes, I also have little butterfly wings. So if you would like anything for your rosary, you can tell me. Fortunately, most of these are very inexpensive in the shop, so I have a lot of little trinkets. Yes, I am. I've been collecting them for quite some time, so flexing, is that also a... I forgot the word, damn, there goes my joke. Slang. Is flexing also slang? Probably. I'm just showing you off my little collection if you would like anything, or if you would just like to see it. For the rosaries, Aki, I posted the information and the TOS on my account. Basically, the base price of every rosary is generally different, because for some rosaries I already have the supplies, so they're going to be less expensive. For some I have to order them, and depending on what you would like, they're going to be more expensive. Generally, the base price, I sort of charge per hour some of the shipping and some of the supplies, and then I kind of mellow the price. The smallest base price for now is 25 if I already have everything here. Generally it's about 33, let's say, but if you would like something very specific, it depends, but yeah. The price goes about there, but I am always open for talking about the price. So yes, it depends. But if it's a very, if the rosary is larger and it will take me way more time, then the price is higher. So yeah, but you know, it's a base price. You can pay more if you like, but you do not have to. And if you don't have as much as the base price, we can talk about it. And yeah. Listen, for now I'm just kind of trying to make up for the supply and for some of my time, and then yeah. and I'm trying to make it accessible for people. So, but I don't know. I don't like to. I don't really know how to price um, jewelry really at all, because especially if I was to charge, let's say if I was to charge about 8 per hour or like 7 per hour, and then I charge 5 for the shipping, and then I charge like for real, I charge literally for all of the supplies, the price would be way higher. The base price would be way higher just to cover all of that. So I don't know. I am thinking about it still, but yeah, I thought about the 13 and realized that it's not really possible. So about 33 is usually how it is. If something is more expensive, yeah, but for some of them, especially if they are for close friends, I don't mind to eat some of the cost. Yes, what would you like? Meow? Can you meow here? What? Meow. You have to eat. I just gave you. I just gave it to you. Would you like attention? Okay. I need to, but yes, I talk about the price with every person. Please, okay, he wants to say goodbye as well. I talk about the price with every person, and then if you feel inclined to, if you feel inclined to, you are, it's hard to think when you are making biscuits on me. Thank you, my dear, thank you. And then if you feel inclined to pay me more, you can. But if you don't, you don't have to. And then if it ever becomes not possible for me to price them like that, then I will either make the price higher or try to think of something else. But yeah, for now, yes. Anyway, I'm very glad that you appreciate my skill. But I'm still learning about pricing myself and such. But yeah, that's why I make it a base price, so it covers the shipping for certain and some of the time, and the supplies. Yes. He just cares to be in my lap, and that's it. That is all. Here, have some of the purring for the evening. Yes, for now I plan to be open for some time. Can you even hear me from his purring? For now I plan to be open for some time, so I'm taking them slowly, so I do not overdo it and get too stressed and then stop making them all together. So I'm making some for other people, and I'm making some for my spirits. So yeah. So yes, if you are currently, I'm working on 3 more. So for now, I am kind of full on the slots for other churchgoers, but after that, I will certainly make you aware, and then we can talk about the price and about what you would like. And yeah, we will figure everything out. Now my children, the prince has blessed you twice in this stream. Now my children require my attention, so I shall serve in the church, in the other part of the church, and you goers can you see him? You goers can go wherever you would like. If you would like to sleep over in the church, you may. Did I Did I help it? Can you see him now? Hold on. Yes, you can. Have some blessings. He's enjoying himself very, very much. Yes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for talking with me about muffins and death penalties and whatever else we talked about, and for watching me make a rosary. I hope you have a blessed evening and the rest of the week. Can you hear me? I hope you have a blessed evening and the rest of the week. And thank you for coming. No bite. I shall. I'm glad you have fun. He will love to get into everything that you're opening and lick everything and make all sorts of biscuits. Yes. All sorts of biscuits. Glorious end of the stream, eh? I shall. Take care, everybody. Thank you for joining. Can I end this? Can I end the sermon now with the cat on me? Not really. Hold on, cat. Hold on, cat. Shall we manage this? Hold on, cat. This is very professional, yes. Hold on, cat. I cannot. I need to place the cat. Oh, hold on, cat. Thank you. Oh. Goodbye.